Hey, loves. I hope you guys are having a blessed and beautiful morning. Okay, so I want to get this stream out to you guys, and without further ado, let's hit it, okay? So, I was riding in the car with my ex. We went through a drive through. He was very antsy and rude. I held the food. He was driving crazy and almost crashed. I said something, and he was angry about it. Our drinks spilled and splashed across the windshield. The drinks left a heavy film, and they were dark drinks. Usually, when you spill a drink, you know how it breaks up. These didn't. It's like it was painted across the windshield, which is why it's a heavy film. So, he said he could see the drive, but I couldn't. I asked him to pull over because he was prepared to drive. We argued about it because he didn't want to. He pulled over at a Burger King. We made up and ate our food. I ended up at a shelter in a room with 3 bunk beds. There was a couple, me, and another guy. They did couple stuff, which was awkward. What I mean by that is they were like playing this game on the ground. It's like spread out. And so, of course, them being a couple, like they were engaging and having fun playing with each other. And then there's just us in the room, like, you know, what really should we do? So him and I just stared. I could tell the guy was frightened by me. He was scared to interact with me. Then him and I started to talk casually. I explained to him my dating dynamic. I could tell he was into me. I also felt at peace with him. My ex called, which made the air thick between us. He was at Dairy Queen in the drive-thru and asked what I wanted. I told him I wanted some pretzels with a Dr. Pepper. He said he didn't think they sold Dr. Pepper. I asked him to ask, to which he gave me a very hard time about. He insisted they didn't have it because he refused to ask, like he would not ask them. The person on the speaker heard the debate and confirmed they had it. He said they were out at the moment, but someone was changing the soda out. My ex had pulled to the window. The guy said it would take like 2 minutes for the soda, to which my ex said no. I was extremely disappointed, and the guy who had been listening in the entire time was flabbergasted. Okay, so I wasn't on speaker. However, it's like the guy heard the whole conversation. The guy that was in the room, like he heard everything. So I was frustrated and embarrassed because he tried to lie and wouldn't even wait 2 minutes for me. I started to realize he wasn't willing to go the extra mile to make me smile, that he never had and probably never would. I decided at that instant I was done, and although I didn't speak the words, it's like that concluded the whole relationship. Past that, I didn't hear from him again. It's like I saw him in a vision driving out of my life. So we never officially broke up. It's just like it was something that was understood at some point, like from far off. Like he was driving on about his business, and I just knew like we were not going to be in a relationship. So it's like the relationship severed more so spiritually, I would say. But it's like at that point, it was truly over. The guy, the other guy asked if I was okay. He saw that I was zoned out. I focused and stared at him and slowly shook my head yes. He asked if I wanted to ride. I got up and we left. He took me to get some food and my Dr. Pepper. We laughed, talked, and I spoke to him about my previous relationship. He nodded and just listened. He parked and we just sat in the car in silence. He looked at me and promised to be different. I received a call from my mother needing a ride. We went to get her. She then received a call from my aunt needing a ride. We went to get her, and she asked if he could go pick up her friends. I could tell he was aggravated. To make matters worse, she kept asking him, like, they wanted to go to the gas station here, there, and he took them, not, of course, wanting to, but he did. Then my aunt asked him to take her to the library. She said she needed to go real quick. He said nothing, but he was extremely annoyed. And it's like I was afraid to say something. They were taking advantage of us. We went, well, really him, because I ain't have the car. We went to the library. My aunt, her friend, and I went inside. He excelled. I started checking out some books, reading the descriptions. I realized we were taking longer than expected. I asked them if they were ready so we could leave. My aunt said she was coming and went off to do something else. The girl realized she was taking long and went to check out. There was no one at the desk. We waited impatiently for someone. Like we were sitting there like, where is the person, We heard chaos and it became apparent to us that something was going on. My aunt came running, saying an escaped killer was in the library and the police were trying to capture him. We stood for a minute, still hoping to get checked out to assure we didn't steal what was in our hands. We heard them getting closer, so we ran out the library. They, my aunt and the girl, ducked behind some bushes. I ran to the car. Excuse me. I told my boyfriend, my mom, everybody, like, what was going on and, about what happened with the killer and why we ran out. And so we didn't want to leave them and told them to get in the car. Just as they were going to get out of the bushes, the guy came out running from the police. He started to approach the car and then noticed some scooters near the parking lot because, we were in the library loop. He went to get a scooter and the police came behind him. He got on the scooter. He was rolling until he came to a flight of stairs leading to the parking lot. With the police gaining on him, he went on, and it's like he went midair over the stairs. Like, how those things happen in a movie, like where somebody's jumping and they're like leaping over the air. It looked just like that. So the chase ensued as we sat there, and that was it. Okay. Now, I want you guys to make sure you get your confirmation. I don't want you to sit here and be thinking this dream is about you and, then you're like, oh, this is not true, or you get frustrated. Allow God to speak to you what he chooses to speak to you. Don't just sit here and say, well, she said it, so that's automatically for me, because that's not the case. Could be for you, it couldn't. Just a mouthpiece, okay? Anywho, to whomever this dream is for, whoever this message is for, you are currently in a relationship. Oh, this is gonna sting. You are currently in a relationship, and really God is waking you up, like, for real. You're starting to notice things about the person you're with, and you're realizing that they're just not it. You are a person that has prayed severely for this relationship. You've wanted this relationship to work. You've hoped it would work. You've put in the extra work to make it work, and it's just not seeming to fit. And that's because this is not your person. I don't know the true reasoning behind it. I feel like more so is history and also soul ties, which is why when I was seeing him in the vision driving off, It's like the connection had been severed without us even having to interact with each other. Like something in you is shifting and it's releasing this relationship. There seems to be a consistent clash about everything, and you're overlooking the details of your relationship, and you're like, this is just, I'm just not vibing with it anymore. Like you're coming to a close. And I probably done just ended somebody's relationship right there, okay? But this relationship is over. If it's not over now, maybe it'll be over when you see this video. Maybe you'll see this video kind of shortly after you ended it. But I just know you're like, it's done. It's a wrap, okay? Also, the person, your actual person, the person God has for you, you've met them over the course of the relationship you were in. Like you being with this person for however long you were with them, even if it was a short period of time. Like I'm not knowing your time framing, but you've met your actual person in the midst of your relationship, current, now ending, I don't know. But you've met this person, okay? And of course, they are going to be different. And you guys are going to have a lot to talk about. Like it's just going to mesh. It's going to fit. It's going to go together. I'm also seeing that this is why that person was scared to talk to you, because they seen, you know what I'm saying? So I'm feeling like they knew, but you didn't know. And you're definitely going to be coming to, like they're going to be reintroduced to you by some happenstance. The conversation is going to flow. It's going to be like easy. Like you guys are going to want to talk about everything under the sun. And this is signifying him even listening to you talk about your ex, because let's just be honest, don't nobody want to hear about your past, But you are going to be able to talk to them about anything. And they are going to be very understanding of what you are speaking of. Okay? Also, there is a line that is consistently being drawn, and you need to erase the line, stomp it out, snuff it out, do something. Because there is people in your life, not necessarily your mother, your aunt, but there are people in your life that you love. And if you don't clearly define y'all's relationship, it's going to put you in a bad situation. It's going to cause problems, a huge problem, in fact, in the relationship that God has for you. And you're going to see things like they're going to slightly inconvenience you, and you're not going to think anything big of it. But if you don't put it to bed, it's going to create a huge explosion. And that is explaining us being stuck at the library with a killer on the loose, because it wasn't his fault nor my fault that we were even at the library. It's because of somebody in my life that was in that car. You need to learn to speak up. I don't know why, but I'm feeling heavily led like it's probably your mama, okay? I say that because usually we see our moms go through a lot. They sacrifice a lot. They give a lot. And while that is great, that is also their job, okay? Like, I mean, that sounds kind of harsh, but you should never allow yourself to be a pawn for your parents. Like, their love for you should be everlasting. That means they should want the best for you at every season in their life. They should not be sitting here saying, well, I took care of you. And, allow that to be the thing to make you move in the ways that they choose for you to move. So you need to seriously get and keep this relationship in check. Learn how to start saying no. Learn how to start speaking up, because they know they can take advantage of you and they are going to continue to do so. And in them doing so, it's going to inconvenience what you have going on. If the love is genuine, they are not going to want to inconvenience anything that you are connected to. So just learn to say no. If they are upset, they will live. It's going to be okay. You cannot put your life on hold and sit here and continue to allow them to, just be in everything you do, or even risk everything you have. So to whom, and it's probably not just your mother, but I feel like a lot of folks with their mamas, like they let their mamas get, you probably let your mama get away with a lot of stuff. Maybe it's somebody else that you let get away with a lot of stuff because of the love you have for this person, that you never see it as ill intention, but rather, I gotta act, I gotta act, I gotta act. Sometimes they may need to find another shoulder to cry on or another shoulder to rely on. You cannot always take that up and be that person. Okay? Anywho, I pray this bless you. I love you. More importantly, God loves you.